guys, Steffi here, coming at you from the PC version of Minecraft to show you an Xbox tutorial. Oh, I know, it's crazy, but this totally works on the Xbox version. This is what I use on my Xbox version. This is just the only way that I can show you the tutorial nicely. So, let's get started. So you found yourself an skeleton spawner or zombie spawner. Works with both, but skeleton spawners are so much nicer. What do you do after you kill all the mobs and you light the area up? Well, very important, guys. Yes, you have to light the area up. That way you can work freely without getting attacked by mobs. Well, the very first thing you have to do is you do have to clear out the dungeon area. This includes the amazing stuff that you can find in the chests. Give that a good clear. And then you need to open this room up. It needs to go out 4 from each side of the spawner. So I like to use torches as my guideline. So we're going to go 1, 2, and this is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we need to go 1 more. So let's clear this side. Up. There we go. So now if you look, 1, 2, 3, 4 from this side. This part is now clear. This is your wall. You want to do this to all 4 sides. I'm going to speed this bit up and come back to you in a second. Okay, coming back at you, we've opened up the room, 4 torches on each side, 4 spaces on each side of the spawner. You do have to enclose the room as well, so let's do that real quick. Alright, and we're back. So we have made a room totally enclosed. Now, 4 torches on each side of the spawner. So 4 spaces on each side of the spawner. The room should be 9 by 9. So what this does is that this is the area that the skeletons, the mob, will spawn in. Alright, and then the next thing you have to do is you're going to dig 2 down from the spawner. I like to just choose any corner. Dig 2 down. Be careful, because you guys can definitely hear the lava that is in this area. So just be careful when you're mining. Alright, so dig 2 all the way around, and I will catch up with you in a second. Alright, and there we have our room. Looking good so far, guys. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is you need to open up your map and figure out which side you want your killing room to be on. I usually go to the side of the room that is closest to my house, my area that I'm going to be at the majority of the time. So I'm going to choose this side over here. So the next thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to dig down one more, but only these 2 blocks right here for right now. Oh. And we've got a lava situation. That's okay. That is easy enough to take care of. So let's move this. We'll get our cobblestone out, and we'll just fill in this area here. Okay. So there we go. So we have our 2 area space here. So now we're going to step it back by 1. We're not going to mine this block. We're going to mine this block. And we're going to go all the way across, except for the last one there as well. Let me fill in the space here. Alright. So you mined every block except for the one on the end. Now you're going to step it in. It's going to end up looking like a V. Mine every block except for the one on the end. The next row back, mine every block except for the one on the end. And the last one, you're only going to mine one right there in the middle. I don't want to fall into the lava, so let's just, oops, put that in there. Alright, so now you have a V pattern. This will come good. This will be perfect for the time when we put the water in. So now you go right to the middle, and this is where we're going to kill, or we're going to put our killing room. We're going to mine straight back 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is the area that we're going to head up with the water elevator. And we're only going the 2 high, guys. I usually like to make my killing room off here right now. So I mine back the second block back. We mined back 3, so I mine back in the middle. And I spend some time and I make a little killing room. I'll come back to you in just a second to show you the killing room. Alright, so here's our killing room. As you can see, it's right off the spawn room. It doesn't need to be fancy or that big. Here, so the best thing that I like to do is from this space, oops, sorry about that. I'm still getting used to these PC controls. Alright, so they're going to be heading up on this block, and then we're going to want to go over 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So that means that this 5th block is where they're going to be coming down. So I'm going to dig out just a little bit there so I know when I reach the bottom. Another thing I like to do is down here, I like to make a little water source. If we can stop it from the lava. There we go. You need to make yourself a water source so that you will have enough water to complete this project. Okay, And then last but not least, you're going to need 14 signs exactly. 14 signs and at least 2 buckets of water, I'm going to suggest. The more buckets of water you have, the better. So now we're going to start with the sign placement. When you come out of this killing chamber, the second block back, remember we went back 3, 1, 2, 3. The second block in, the middle one, you need to put a sign. Right there. And then you're going to put a sign here, on the third block back, and here. So here's our room. The mobs are going to come right into here, and they're going to start heading up here. But you need to have the sign placement right here. Then you're going to place a bucket of water in between. That is why it's important for the sign placement, so that the bucket of water stays in that block only. So now for the water elevator, you take that bucket of water just for a second. The water elevator, we're going to start heading up, and we're going to alternate between signs and a bucket of water. So we're going to put sign, bucket of water, and right above that we're going to put another sign. So let me go and head up and do that. I'll slow it down so you can watch that happen. Okay, so we're down to our last sign. We do not want to go up any further. So we're going to turn to the left, and we're going to start to dig back 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the water pushes you the whole way. The last sign goes on the 4th block back. Now this part doesn't matter 100%, but what I like to do is we dig straight 1 down from this block, right underneath the sign. You dig 1 block down, then you're going to dig 1 more block over to the left, and then this space here is where we're going to start digging down. So let me jump down into it. So we have the water to the sign, 4 blocks over, dig 1 down, and then we're going to dig the rest all the way down, and you don't have to count because you should fall right into your chamber. And here we are, right into our chamber. If you counted correctly from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 over, from where they go up, so 5 over from there, that is the space that your mobs will going to fall into. Don't forget to refill your water buckets, at least 2 of them, before filling in the hole. Let me eat too. Okay, so just a recap here, because we also want to get rid of all the torches that we have put in. We went up 13 signs to be exact. The 14th sign is the first one when you head over. Alright, so we have I want to get rid of that torch there. So we went over 4, put a sign, down 1, and then down all of them there. So let's get rid of that torch. And we'll go back down the water side because we don't want to go back down the other side. That would leave us at half a heart. Alright, so now that we are finished, we can come back into this chamber here. Get your buckets of water ready. We need at least 2 of them. We're going to place one in that back corner, as well as one in this corner here. So now we have water flowing into that. Now the thing is that you have to do now that is really tricky is you're going to have to get rid of all the torches in this room. Try not to get yourself killed when the mobs start to attack. Let me see if I can get this side. Okay. And as you can see, the mobs have already started to spawn. I gotta get that last torch. And you need to get out. Ah! You need to get out. Okay, I think I'm going to be switching over into game mode 1 for a second so I don't die. Okay, I apologize, guys. There we go. And now we're going to place blocks in the hole. Let me switch back over to game mode 0. Alright. So now we have our little hole. Oh, don't forget you want to place a block here at the bottom or the skeletons are just going to come out at you. We leave one spot open here and pretty soon we'll start to see the skeletons fall. So while we're waiting for the skeletons to fall, let me just let you know, the reason why we move the skeletons up are for 2 things. We want to get them into an area where when they fall, they become 1 hit only. And we also take them out of the area because if there are 6 mobs in an 8 block away from the spawner, no other skeletons will spawn. Only 6 mobs can be in that area. So we want to move them up out of the area so that the spawner will keep spawning. You have to stay in between 15 blocks of the spawner in order for the spawner to work correctly. So I think we have some skeletons now. Let's take a look. Yes, we do. They are adding up nicely. They are falling and taking damage. So this way, all you have to do is hit them once. Oops, I wanted to make sure I didn't have any other type of sword there. Hit them once, they die very easily, they don't harm you, and you get to collect all the XP. Now, I don't suggest you wasting your diamond sword on this. Go ahead and make yourself some stone swords, since stone is so abundant. Make yourself a bunch of stone swords and just hit the skeletons as they fall. Alright guys, and we are back. We are going to switch it over into game mode 3 really quickly so you can watch. As the skeletons spawn, they get sent up the water elevator to the very top where we... Alright, so here they come. They're coming all the way up to the top, and they're going to push each other off and down into the killing chamber. So it's okay if 1 or 2 of them get stuck. Here comes the last guy up the water elevator. and the last guy falls down into the killing chamber, where we then can hit all of the skeletons and gain a lot of our XP. So this is our really cool XP farm tutorial for when you find a dungeon in a spawner, either a zombie spawner or a skeleton spawner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you liked this tutorial, please feel free to hit that like button and give me some good support. Put the comment down below if you liked it as well. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. And good luck with your tutorial. Bye guys!